Good morning, everybody. How is everybody doing? Hope you guys had a blessed weekend here. So currently we are into meta calls. Meta is pushing into this back into this range. Ultimately, this looks like pretty much manipulation. Um, we also have a gap fill. That's mainly what I'm holding meta to. We have a gap fill up to 665. If you took a look at the watch list, well, you would know this. If you prepared yourself for the week, you would know this. Also, great day. We took circle. Ultimately, gap fill up to 87. Wasn't really too greedy on this. You see? You don't need to be greedy. I can't stress that enough. You do not need to be greedy. As long as you can make money every single day, that's all that really matters. Just find your A plus setups, and you're pretty much set. Now let's go ahead and take a look at futures here. So if you take a look here at NQ, we are just slowly trending back up. We had a pretty massive down day on Friday. Was that Friday? Yeah, I think that was Friday. And now we're pretty much recovering all of it. Not really sure what ES is doing. Let's take a look here. ES probably recovered. Yep, ES recovered the whole entire down move. So there's definitely some divergence between the two indices. ES looks like we're definitely going to push back up to 6,967. NQ is lagging just a little bit, but tech is definitely starting to join the party. It's just a matter of when. Let's take a look at NVIDIA, some of the big tech names here. Big tech. I feel like this is honestly a really good buying opportunity for big tech. I think it's kind of just lagging behind the markets, truthfully speaking. So pretty much I want to see how we react back inside this range for NVIDIA. We've kind of like popped up, came back to this range every time. So clearly buyers and sellers are both here in this range. Just a matter of who's going to take control here. Coin, I'm disappointed. Disappointed. Everything we took on Friday literally just gapped up exponentially today. And they're still running. Look at Cat. Literally back-to-back days on Cat. This is eating me up right now. Because if you know anything about Cat, well, moves like this literally can make your entire quarter. Like to the point to where this one trade, you would probably never have to trade again if you put in a good enough size. But give me 1 second, please. Let me also get this out here. Post this to X really quick. All right, cool. Got that out to X. All right. Back to what I was saying. Yeah, Cat. This one trade with, I mean, Cat already on Friday literally made us like 800%, probably even 900%. Um, if we took next week's contracts, we literally would be up 1,000% right now, and still have until Friday. And looking at this thing, it's going up to 627. So yeah, you got about another $15 to go, roughly. Google, damn, Google's taking off now. Fuck. All right. We are going to be a little late to Google, but better late than never. Better late than never. Google. As you've noticed, if you're in the community, you've seen me taking Google trades literally almost like once a week, once every other week. And the reason why, well, Google's not stopping. So trades like this, when the market just presents an opportunity after another opportunity, you got to capitalize. Absolutely have to capitalize. We're gonna go in. We're not too heavy in, mainly because I have a very shitty entry. We high key should have been in $3 lower. Um, but you know that's what happens when you got to run a community and also try to focus on trading. But we're managed to make it work. Make sure you guys make some money. Everybody makes money. Everybody's happy. Um, what the hell did I take? I took Oh my God. Took 322.5 calls. That was not smart. Should have been 320 calls. Oh, nonetheless, we're in Google. And also, this is also from the watch list. So if you paid attention to the watch list, you marked out your levels. Well, chances are you should have been in at 315. Mm-mm-mm. Alrighty. Now we sit here and wait. Fun part of trading. Sitting here and waiting. We kind of got nothing to do. NQ is pushing up. At some point, NQ is definitely going to catch up to the rest of the market. So basically, we have about another 100 points to go. So keep that on watch. Take two. Where's take two? Damn thing. What an entry, man. What an entry. I've literally had this chart up for like, I don't know, what, the past month? No, not the past month. That's like a week and a half, 2 weeks. And notice how price came literally back to our entry. That's why we got in today. And this is our PT, 267. So just hold until 267. Short and simple. NNE, strong recovery, strong recovery. We are still down from where we got in, but we're actually up on uranium now. That's the beautiful side of it. Uranium also with the strong recovery. Uranium, something big to watch. If uranium can break out of this daily trend line, holy shit, just know it's a massive payday. And you could easily retire your family off this one trade. I've been telling you guys for the past probably 2 months, buy uranium, buy uranium, buy uranium. Don't be mad once uranium runs, because I told you. Told you long before. Oh my God, look at Meta. Look at Meta. Meta notification. Where we at, Meta? Let's go, Meta. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Well, we're getting the gap fill today. Trading, I'm going to say it again, is this easy. If you put into work, trading is this easy. And also, I probably am going to take this job offer. So I have a job offer to work for a hedge fund in London. And really, it's just an opportunity for me to really learn how to run a business because that's always been a goal of mine. So we will be launching a boot camp before I pretty much will just be focusing on trading. And that's about it. That's about it. I'm not gonna lie. You guys will still have access to my alerts. However, there's a lot more important things to me in life right now besides running a community, which is running a hedge fund, which I think has a higher return on everybody's investment, not just mine, but also yours. I'm well aware a lot of traders, it's very hard for them to be consistent, especially as consistent as me. So it's going to be a lot easier just to manage your money as opposed to, you trying to tail behind my trades. So I will keep you guys updated about that. Pretty much the boot camp. Well, the job offer also starts in about exactly a month and a half. Also got about 48 hours to accept it, but I've kind of made my decision that I probably will. Never thought I'd be working, but hey, short-term sacrifice for long-term gains. It's just how I see it this year. That's all. That's the motto for this year. Short-term sacrifice for long-term gains. So ultimately, I will be making the boot camp very affordable to everybody. Like to the point where if you're homeless, you should be able to fucking find the money to actually afford it to where you can actually learn how to trade. We will just be focusing strictly on options. Strictly on options. So be on the lookout for that. Yep, that's all we're doing. We're literally just leveling up. Oh no, I was busy. There's sound. You guys should hear me now. Alright, cool. Are the plays on fire? Yes, they are. Google, I posted my entry in the community. 322.5 calls on Google. At present, no setup for me. What are you looking at? And something you will learn as well if you feel like there's no setup In the boot camp, you'll learn exactly how to find these setups, how I find these setups every single day, to the point to where we've been on fire. We've literally been on fire. And I am remaining level-headed, safe to say, because I know when I first started trading, if you gave me like a week that I've not even week, the past month run that I've been on, oh, my ego used to be out the roof. I would literally feel like, yeah, I'm controlling the market. But I'm well aware we don't control the market. Our systems control the market in a way, and it's our job to have a good system that can replicate what the market is likely going to do. And that's what you essentially learn in the boot camp. Um, right now, I really want to try to get an entry on like crypto. I don't know if this is the bottom for Bitcoin. Let's take a look at Bitcoin chart. Haven't really looked at this in quite some time. Let's take a look. Where's Bitcoin? BTC. Okay, so Bitcoin, we consolidated. We broke at that consolidation. Okay, okay, okay. No, we're still in the larger consolidation range. All right. So Bitcoin's pretty much stuck in this range. Once Bitcoin can get above this range, that's where I'd be more intrigued of taking names like Coinbase and MSCR. Still very good companies, obviously. We just want Bitcoin to join them. I'm not really in the mood of continuously trying to buy the bottom and then it keeps going lower or something of that nature. So it's going to be very contingent on Bitcoin. What does Bitcoin want to do? If we can keep pushing higher on Bitcoin, Coin and MSCR would be great setups, amazing setups. If not, well, we just let the trade run and look for another opportunity. That's the beautiful thing about the stock market that I think other markets lack is the fact is that, hey, if you don't find a setup, you can literally go through 1,000. There's millions of tickers on the stock market. When it comes to futures, guess what? Let's just say NQ is chopping. Let's just say ES is chopping. Well, chances are you probably don't really got a setup. And I know most people don't really trade like gold and silver that often compared to the other two indices. So that's where I'd say options is honestly better than futures to an extent. And also because I have 6 years of experience trading options, that also benefits. Damn, it's crazy. We're actually going on year 7. We're going on year 7. I think April would be year 7 of trading. 7 years of trading. That's actually fucking insane. 7 years of trading. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Time flies by when you're having fun. Avigo. Vigo is on watch. We have this gap fill down here. It's already recovered 10 points. But I still think we could easily push that into this gap. It's likely just waiting for NQ to see some type of retracement. Obviously, if we see any type of red across the indices, we will likely start to see a pullback here. So be on the lookout for a Vigo. Keep that on watch. Set your alerts. I'm actually going to set another alert because if a Vigo does close below 341, very likely we push lower into that gap fill. Or eventually, whenever it does, we should push into that gap fill. So 330, a Vigo, gap fill, short this shit. All right, cool. There's also something else you will learn within the bootcamp is to just set an alert. There's no point in you watching the charts. There's no point in you trying to predict the charts. There's no point in that. Just literally set an alert across a key level that once that key level breaks, essentially, the trade's likely going to run in your direction. And cat. All right, let's go take a look at indices here because there's nothing really for us to do. We've pretty much entered a handful of setups so far. This price action is tremendously ugly if you're scalping right now. So if you're a futures trader that trades on like take profit, something of that nature, Apex, chances are you probably are a scalper until you get above that buffering zone. This price action across the lower time frames are not ideal for scalping. So if you are trading on a name like Take Profit or Apex that has a trailing drawdown, I would highly suggest you expand on your stop loss and only take setups from the 5-minute time frame. Because if you look at this price action, price will shoot up a candle, stop you out, shoot up another candle, stop you out. Yes, you could be going long all you want, but guess what? Based on this choppy price action on the lower time frames, trade the 5-minute. Do not trade the 15-second. Don't trade the 1-minute. Trade the 5-minute, and you will not get stopped out. But as of right now, there's honestly nothing for us to do. Alrighty. Coinbase is just pushing higher as well. Done with NQ for today and collected another bag. That's another payout. We're still waiting, Sam. We're still waiting. We got some big things behind the scenes, man. A lot of big things behind the scenes. A lot of massive things behind the scenes. To the point to where I'm not gonna lie. But we're not stepping away from trading, but definitely gonna be stepping away from teaching. It's we got bigger money to make right now. We're working on some very big things. Not really so much trading related, but it's can't really speak too much on it. Just know we're building $1 billion company. That's all I gotta say. So with that being said, when you have an opportunity like this, when God gives you a game plan to potentially pivot, you pivot. It'd be a fool to keep doing the same thing you've been doing for what? I've been running the community for 4 years, 5 years, 4 years. So yeah, we'll still run the community obviously, but it'll just likely only be alerts, and all the educational stuff could kick rocks, truthfully speaking. But I'm very, very proud of you, Sam. Very, very proud of you. If you don't know, Sam's one of my mentees of mine. As you see, he's getting payouts. If you want to be in a similar boat, stay tuned for the boot camp. It's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time before you are also getting consistent payouts and consistently withdrawing money from the capital every single day. Yeah, the way things are looking, I don't know if we find another setup. But I am happy that swings have recovered. I guess the only other setup we could potentially actually find would be NVIDIA. Just the fact that NVIDIA is literally doing the opposite of what the whole entire market's doing. Also, Apple. Well, no, Apple's recovering. So yeah, it's just NVIDIA. Literally. Only NVIDIA. Even QCOM is up. Oil Names posted a tweet about some oil tickers, CVX, Dominion Energy, and Exxon. Oh, what's that guy's name? Shit. Standard Oil. Standard Oil. If you're familiar with Standard Oil, you know the backstory. Well, basically, that motherfucker runs the world when it comes to oil. They tried to break up his monopoly. All he did was say, yo, let me own 49% of every single major gas company you could think of in the world. That's how they tried to stop his monopoly. but they didn't really do a good job. So basically, if you know anything about Standard Oil, CVX, Exxon are all under Standard Oil. Now, the whole Venezuela thing, not gonna lie, before you actually see a crazy effect on it, um, I don't think now is really the buying opportunity. It just the stock market doesn't work like that. You've probably learned that the hard way. You've probably seen some crazy news come out and it's like, oh shit, buy, buy, buy. Well, guess what? Chances are you probably bought the top for that quarter or for that short-term period to the point to where I wouldn't be surprised if we get like a really big pullback on CVX, and then we really start buying this up. Now, oh wait, we could be breaking out of this. Holy shit! This, wow, we could be breaking out of this. What? 4 years of consolidation? Yeah, 4 years of consolidation. 4 years. Now, obviously, we're pulling back into this range again, so it's just not enough for us to really. How did my CVX chart change? That makes no sense. Like, how do I have a random gap fill up here? And I know that they didn't do a stock split. Huh, I'm so confused. I don't know. I don't get it. Nonetheless, keep CVX on watch because once we do break out of this 4 years of consolidation, you're going to see a very massive move. Discipline is the key, like you always preach, 100%. Yes, use code Zeus Trades for take profit. That's personally what I use. I could upload the video. I got a video showing you how to take payouts every single day with take profit. I've just been sitting on it. I don't know. Maybe I release it, maybe I don't. We'll see. But yes, I would highly suggest using Take Profit. In the video as well, I pretty much explain how you're supposed to trade with Take Profit. Take Profit is not like your Top Step, for an example. It's a bit different, but I would say Take Profit still is hands down one of my favorite prop firms because when it comes to futures, I like scalping. If you are not a scalper, Take Profit is not really for you. Now, when I refer to scalping, damn near any trade you take under an hour is considered a scalp. So, if most of your trades are under an hour, then yes, you can use Take Profit. You would thrive on Take Profit. Same thing with Apex. And really, you only got to scalp until you get above the buffering zone. Because once you get above the buffering zone, all of your trailing drawdown disappears. So, give me 1 second. But yeah, once you get above the trailing drawdown, you make above $2,000. You no longer have to deal with the trailing aspect that most new or intermediate traders cannot handle. But the beautiful thing about Take Profit is the payouts are the fastest payouts in the market. I don't care what nobody says. Literally, by the time you withdraw, even in the video, maybe I do release a video, I don't know. But in the video, I literally explain like, hey guys, I'm taking out a payout. Within, I kid you not, maybe like 12, 15 minutes, payout was approved. Once I withdrew it, connected to my bank account and everything, it was in my bank account literally within like 30 minutes. Nobody's doing that. With all these other prop firms, Top Step, Apex is retarded, trading 8 days. That just makes no sense. And the only reason why they do that is because they're well aware. Retail, guess what? They want you to trade. They want you to trade over and over because every time you take a trade, you have a higher probability of blowing that account. That's why you have so many prop firms that are like, hey, if you don't take a trade, we're going to kick you off of it, despite you literally paid and you're funded, but you still have to take a trade. And the reason for that is because they have the data. They have so much data on millions of traders to the point to where, guess what? The rules that they have are skewed in their favor. If you haven't seen the statistics yet, literally I think like I think 3% 3% of people take payouts. And like point zero, it was like point zero like 7% of people are actually profitable on prop firms. Essentially meaning, hey, you've spent $1,000 on evals and you've profited 2,000. So just keep that in mind. Trading is not necessarily hard. However, 99% of people don't have discipline. And that's why so few people actually win in life. If you got discipline, you win in life. If you don't got discipline, well, chances are you're probably going to work for a man that does have discipline. And that's life. That was actually a really good way to end the stream, but um thank you for the info. If you could drop the video for take profit. Um that was my drawdown question I was going to ask. Perfect. And I will be speaking with you shortly here, Erica. Another one of my mentees that's also killing it. Literally killing it. I'm really, really proud of them. I'm truly proud of my mentees. And that's another reason why I don't accept everybody into my mentorship as well. If you don't have the discipline, you don't have the work ethic, I'm also going to be very real with you and I'll tell you, hey, you're not good for my mentorship. Why? Because I want people that are going to put in the work. A good example, Sam and Erica. Hey, if I told them, hey, chart this out, do this exercise, guess what? They go above and beyond. That's the type of discipline, that's the type of work ethic you need to succeed in this business. If you think you can just watch a video and just think it's gonna magically work for you, that's not how trading works. It relies execution, it relies experience. So huge round of applause to those two because they are killing it. They're killing it, they're killing it, and I am truly proud. I wish I had a stream deck so I could go ahead and set that up and do the round of applause for you guys. What else is running? Yeah, tech is pulling back. But I'm just going to keep the video up. Any other questions? Anything? I want to talk about prop firms. I want to talk about options right now. Futures. I wouldn't suggest jumping in this. This price action is kind of shit. And I mean, Meta and Circle has made us more than enough money for today to the point to where we'll just wait for SPX Power Hour, truthfully speaking. I think trading cues right now, you're kind of forcing things, and you would actually have probably need to get in about a good hour ago, safe to say. Yeah, literally an hour ago was the bottom. If you're getting in right now, you're getting eaten alive by data. Eaten alive. But yet again, if you have no idea what I'm talking about, you will learn a lot of the information I'm referring about in the bootcamp. Like I said, it will be accessible and affordable to everybody. After this bootcamp, do not ask me for education because the answer is no. You can follow along the alerts or you can invest ultimately into my investment club. And yeah, I'll just trade for you. But the educational is all the educational content is slowly coming to an end. And that's why I just want to end it off with one major boot camp and probably try to find a student that can actually teach everything that I know. So that if you do want my knowledge, hey, just go to one of my previous mentees that are doing amazing in life, doing amazing in trading, and you can learn that way. Now, as the terms are coming from the source is slowly coming to an end in about a month and like 2 weeks. And also, I don't know how trading in London is. I don't know how that time zone thing is going to work out. But I do got to go to London in 2 weeks. Got to go to London in 2 weeks. And then come back and then go back again. I just heard London's kind of dangerous. Apparently, when they see nice watches, they like throw acid on you and they chop your hand off to steal your watch. That's pretty much all I've heard about Europe or certain places in Europe. So a little bit on the fence, but as long as I find a really nice place to live in a very nice neighborhood, I'm content. And they better have good internet there too. I don't know, but we'll see. Um, Look at Melly. Can you please chart it? I'm thinking 2,500 is PT, but buying stock rather than options. Just rock a G-Shock, brother man, brother man. I don't own any more G-Shocks. I think I owned a G-Shock a while back, and I'm pretty sure I lost it. Actually, no, I do remember how I lost it. I lost it whitewater rafting, and that shit literally slipped off my wrist, and it was going down the river. I'd probably do like a Tissot. A Tissot isn't too bad. Let that be like my watch. Say, hey, if you want to steal it, bro, just steal it. Just take it. I mean, honestly, if they want to steal my watches, I would literally just let them take it. I got insurance, so it's not gonna be the end of the world. And I think my life is worth more than, you know, I think the Rolex, one of my Rolex is probably worth almost 60K now, thanks to the price of gold going up. Let's see. Actually see that. Oh yeah, huge update for surge options as well. Huge update, huge update. If you haven't checked it out, please check it out. A lot of new things have come into place. But let's see. What is it? The Slate Ombre. Let's see what the gray market. Yeah, so the gray market right now has this watch at 65, 67, 61. My guess is this is probably an older model. My model is 2024. Or no, 2024? 2025. I bought that before I went to. No, it's 2025. I'm tweaking. I already bought this watch before I moved to Miami. So yeah, it's 2025. I don't know. So yeah, I would literally, if they want to rob me, I'll just give it up. There's no point. Your life is worth more than $60,000. At least I hope so. So, what are we doing right now? NQ slight pullback here. I think 3 minute might have just now we still have to close below this range. But even then, this price action is kind of shitty. Very shitty price action right now. Highly suggest you trade futures over options if you are going to trade QQQ or NQ. Futures moving a little bit better. Options, the price movement is just very, very slow to the point to where data is going to chop you up. It's just not worth it. Melly. What's Melly? Never heard of this ticker. Nah, man, you got some weird tickers, but every time you call out one of these weird tickers, they always fucking work out. Oh, this shit's gone, brother. What is this ticker? Internet retail? What is this, like Amazon or something? What's Melly? But yeah, this actually looks really good. You're breaking out of your daily trend line right now. Or you're about to. So pretty much once you break above this trend line, literally about another 20 more points. Close above this range, that would give me more confirmation that this is going to run higher. I can only imagine how shitty these spreads are on options. You're probably like a $600 spread difference. So I understand why you would take common stocks over options. And also, I mean, if you get what 30 shares, this moves up about 500 bucks to all-time highs. 30 times 5 times 5, what is that? Got down 15. So you make like 15K, if I'm not mistaken. 15K? Yeah, you make like 15K off about 30 shares. Pretty good. Good risk to reward if you ask me. Yeah, about 20% gain. Yeah, sounds about right. Yeah, South America. Okay. Oh, Mercado. I seen this company before. Seen them in what? Was that Argentina or Colombia? I don't know. I've seen this place. I've seen Mercado somewhere before. Yeah, doesn't look bad. Then you also have earnings coming up as well in about a month. Nvidia is still doing absolutely nothing. What's Meta doing? Because we still got a pretty good size position on Meta, and we're having to pull back. That's funny. Literally hits my alert and instantly rejects. Circle. Beautiful trade. Circle round two. Honestly, if you didn't get in Circle this morning, another opportunity. And this is another reason why I say set your alerts, because we talked about this last week on live. We were literally range bound on Circle right here. Pretty much woke up to an alert saying circle, 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 beep, beep, and it gets so annoying that eventually you just gotta click on it. And yeah, that's why we jumped in Circle. I seen very quickly we got a gap fill here. We took it to the gap fill. Easy money. By now, you should have noticed that a lot of my setups are to gap fills, and that's why I've been on fire. I think last week, what, the only trade we lost was NVIDIA, and it was just, yeah, we just lost NVIDIA. Literally the whole week. I only lost was NVIDIA on Friday. And even then, Friday, we also took 3 other dubs and made up drastically, like the 900% gain on CAT. No, we took 2 losses, but ARM was a swing from like 2 weeks ago. That just didn't work out. ARM was just on some bullshit. So that's another reason why it's very, very important to understand risk management. Because if you don't have good risk management, well, you will remain unprofitable. Chances are your portfolio will just be like the boom and bust. What that means, oops. Yeah, so basically what that boom and bust cycle means is, hey, a lot of your portfolios, especially my portfolio when I was learning how to trade, does something like this. Boom, bust, boom, bust, boom, bust, boom, bust. And as you can see, you're just making nothing but lower highs and lower lows, which means you're in a downtrend. And what got me out of that downtrend was saying, hey, boom, bust, boom, bust, boom, bust, but risk management, risk management, risk management, risk management. And until you incorporate risk management, guess what? Your portfolio is going to stay looking like this on the downside. When you incorporate risk management, that's where you start trending higher. Um, it moves $300 to $500 on ER. Damn, that's a pretty big move. And honestly, it looks like it's been going nonstop up on ER. Typically with options, are you buying in the money? No, I buy my price target. There's a video on that on YouTube. You're actually watching my YouTube live stream right now. So go to YouTube. There's a video somewhere on my YouTube that teaches you exactly how to pick the option contract. That's also something we'll be covering in the bootcamp. Your risk management, your contracts, the psychology, everything you need to succeed, we will cover in the bootcamp. It'll be about 2 sessions a week for the next month. Each session will probably run about an hour long. Honestly, I don't really put a time limit. The biggest thing is making sure everybody understands the knowledge. But yeah, so about 2 sessions every single week, more than enough for everybody to understand options and succeed with options. You are very welcome, Aride. Welcome. You're a new face. I haven't seen your name before. Well, good start to the week, I guess. Nonetheless, Let's go look at our portfolio here. Google having a little pullback. Right now, even with the Google pullback, we are still up about $3,300 today. Actually, I guess like 3,500, including the small account, and then futures. I did not touch futures today. I was kind of more so focused on options, but I'll probably try to squeeze in a futures trade here, get that. I guess not really a winning day. That's another really good reason why I love Take Profit is they don't care about winning days. So it's like other prop firms, like, hey man, you got to get this winning day, and that's their psychology trick that they're playing on you. Take Profit, hey, if you make $1 or if you lose $1, guess what? It doesn't affect you because you can get a payout from day one. So no winning days. All you gotta do is hit the profit target. Hit the profit target above $2,000 on a 50K account, and you can get payouts every single day. Yeah, you're down 15%, brother. When has 15% ever been a reason to cut the trade? Oh, what the hell? I was like, what? I know that wasn't it. So why the hell is Google wanting like the few tickers with 5 freaking letters? I told you, we literally bought Google at the highs. I said, don't go too heavy. You're down 15%. Leave room to add. You didn't leave room to add. Well, that's a listening problem. Listen. And I've noticed that with some of my other businesses, people have a very hard time listening. I don't wonder why they get the outcome. I said, hey, I'm getting a shitty entry. Leave room to add. Like, Google's probably going to give us if Google pulls all the way back down to the call trigger, yeah, we'll easily be down 30%. But guess what? I'm not in heavy. Me going down 30%, that's not going to affect me one bit. Why? Because we want price to go down. We want to average down. That's the level of confidence you need within your trading, within your skill sets. To say, hey, we're in a drawdown, but guess what? We're about to double down in this drawdown. And then guess what? When price rockets up to our PT, okay, I guess subconsciously that's probably why I picked 32 point or 322.5 because that's a high key price target. But yeah, you need that level of confidence to be able to say, hey, price is pulling back, we're down, but I'm gonna double down because guess what? The trade idea has not been invalidated. Just found you. Well, welcome, Aride, welcome. Alrighty. NQ still just kind of chopping around, but does look like we want to break out here and potentially push higher. We are about to get that CISD back bullish. And you notice what I said? I said, hey, until we close below 638, we can't really even think about taking a short. And notice what level held. Right? We could scalp some longs here. Probably will just scalp this on futures. Get a nice little winning day and keep building that buffer up. All right, yeah, we're about to go long here in futures. Literally just want this to pull back to this volume imbalance. And I'll take this up to here. And stop loss something like here. What is this? 3.35 versus order? I like it. Now, a little trick for you guys. When I enter futures, I don't just jump in. I want to see how price reacts on a 15-second chart. Yeah, pretty much we're about to get an entry here. Oh. on. Give us the pullback. There we go. Alrighty, we're in, and that was a beautiful pullback. We're in longs here right now. Looking to take this up to 690. Very tight stop loss, about 10-point stop loss. 3.35 risk to reward. I posted a thread about this yesterday. And notice how we're already about to be printing here. So yeah, if you're new here, we do futures, we do options, do a little bit of both. So yeah, I don't do crypto, I don't do Forex, don't do none of that. So if somebody's contacting you claiming to be Zeus Trades, trading Forex, well, or crypto, it's not me. And look at the fucking entry, man. Look at the entry. Let's fucking go. We're already up $400 already here. Let's keep pumping. Come on. Don't stop. Come on, NQ. Come on, just push up, man. Just push up. Hit TP. Let's call it a day. We have a new hourly candle. Damn. Well, hopefully we get a little jump here on this hourly candle. So far, so good. Pretty much as long as this volume imbalance holds, we should expand higher here. Nonetheless, very tight stop loss, about 400, less than $400 at the stop loss. This is why I don't like entering during hourly opens, but we'll see. Can we hold? Come on, NQ, you can do it. You can do it, buyers. Just step in. Come on, buyers. You do it for me. Alrighty, looks like we're probably about to get stopped out here. Let's see. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, no, we're about to get stopped out. That's kind of what it's looking like. But we'll see. And that's the purpose of having risk management. When you got risk management, you don't give a damn about getting stopped out. But we might not get stopped out. We'll see. We will see. We will see. Yeah, if we create this volume imbalance here, I'm definitely getting stopped out. Okay. Better break even. Okay. Do we double down here? Low key. All right. Just add another contract here. And also walking my stops up. Gonna have a hard stop here. And also, this just brought my entry down. What is this? I mean, it's 75, 25, same thing. Really like right here. Well, my new average is 658.75. But, you know, we hit TP. Guess what? We went from making, what is this, $600? A little over $600 to potentially $900. So we'll see. I do like how we're creating more volume balances. Perfect. That's what we need to see. This is what we need to see. We can flip this hourly back green and payday. Flip the hourly back green and it's a huge payday. Huge, huge payday. Oh my God. Ha 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 ha. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's go. Don't stop, don't stop, don't stop. Currently up almost 600, close to it, but hey. Well, I just made you 600 bucks, well over 600 bucks. So we just shot up to 676. If you're a futures trader, you could have easily closed. But me personally, I'm holding a TP. Let's go ahead and get that full on. What would that be? Roughly around like 900. Yeah, we make about $1,000 here. I will trim one contract once we get up to this volume imbalance up here. About 682. Don't stop till you get enough. Patience, patience, ladies and gentlemen, patience. This is the fun part of trading, where you just sit here and do absolutely nothing. We gotta take profit, we gotta stop loss. There's nothing for us to do but just sit here. Something else you'll learn in the boot camp. You'll learn patience. And you'll learn how to take setups like this. Because if you want, not gonna lie, you could close this out and you're already above a 2-to-1 risk to reward right now. Let's see. Yeah, it's already a 2-to-1. So yeah, if you want to trim, go ahead, trim. Me personally, just watching this price action. As long as we continuously supporting bullish POIs, I'm holding. If we close below this volume balance, I probably will take off a contract or 2 contracts, low key. Cool. All right, just trimmed 1 contract here. I don't like how we closed below that range, but nonetheless, we pretty much secured some profits for today. Secured about 240 bucks off of 1 contract. We still got 2 contracts left. Let's see if we can go ahead and take out these highs. I'll take off 1 more contract at this volume imbalance up here, and then probably just put stop loss at break even to see how far we could really run. Once we take out this TP up here. Beautiful. 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 The fact is that we created that volume balance pretty much just let me know we're about to expand and get the fuck on out of here. Everybody should be printing. Everybody should be making money. If you only trade futures, well, I just made you money on futures. If you only trade options, well, I already made you money on options. Trading is this easy. I'm going to teach you this. You're going to learn this. You're going to learn this. Notice how I'm able to call out the market long before the market presents itself. Long. There's no hindsight shit here. Hindsight. I do everything. I tell you everything what's going to happen in advance. And then guess what? The market just listens because we have a very proven strategy. Strategy that the market respects and listens to. Alrighty. Took one contract off. And we're going to go ahead and walk these stop losses to break even. Oh, shit. Oh, my goodness. Why is this shit not moving? All right. All right. Dragging TP up to 720. My TP is now 720 for the final contracts. Stop loss is at break even. And the reason why I shot it up to 720, well, because that's more than our TP. So if it wants to keep running, we'll let it run. You're welcome. You're very, very welcome, because a lot of people are very inconsiderate in today's time, but you guys are welcome. And TP has been hit, so I'm just gonna let this run. Stop loss is at break even here. My stop loss is at 658.75, not 0.25, 0.75. Just let the trade run. Just nothing for you to do. Just made you literally a free almost $700, 740 to be exact. Now if this last contract wants to keep running to the fucking moon, well, that one contract would make you at least $1,200. Yeah, I don't know many places that you're gonna make $1,200 today. I'll be honest, but the market is one of them. And on that note, I hope you guys have a blessed rest of your day. You're welcome for the free money. Take care, everybody. Stay tuned for the bootcamp signups. We will be live for SPX Power Hour. We are going to also be starting up on the small account challenge here as well. Stay tuned for all of that, and have a blessed rest of your day.